I create my content for different reasons to most. I've spoke about it in another video though, but predominantly I do it for myself to archive games I've enjoyed. But also I want to expand people's understanding of games, give them more games to sort of consider when they're playing. Or if they don't play video games, maybe they've come across something and it's like all of a sudden that looks interesting. Now opens them up to video games. I love gaming. And I see an awful lot in gaming communities. It can get quite toxic where you get fanboys of like either a platform. Some people go mental just promoting one platform. So the whole point of games is to enjoy yourself. And I think some people lose sight of that. So when people get that mental about one platform, think about how mental they get about one game. And I just find, I always find it baffling. I always think, what the hell are you talking about? Like, it's just ridiculous. So people can have quite a negative opinion of other people's entertainment. And again, I want to silence those voices and show people it's okay just to have fun. And that's literally what I do. So in this video, we're going to focus more predominantly on online multiplayer games. And it's only a subset of them. I don't play every single multiplayer game. Again, don't think anything bad of someone who does. Everybody has their own niches and their interests. What's going to be interesting here, though, I think, is that I don't conform to the other people, like typical expectations. So if one person plays a certain type of game, there's a natural reaction expecting people to just stay playing that. They'll probably be quite confused how I'm playing all these different online multiplayer games when they play totally different. And that's what I want to cover here. I just want to explain how the games are different, but how you can have fun in it. And it's about not take it. If you don't take everything so serious, you'll have a lot more fun. Believe me, I used to be really competitive, and now it's just like relax, and you'll find that the metrics of success are different. And really, because it's when you put that extra pressure on yourself to win. There's a lot. That's really unrealistic when you consider how many people are playing and how often those people play said games. So I'm everywhere. So how can I be the best at something if I'm never playing that game on its own? So that's the thing. So that be reasonable within that. So what we're going to do, we're going to cover just a few games here. Before we get there, though, I just want to make the point that I'm not always going to be here creating video content. It's just, this is really for me for a couple of months. I've took time away from what I would consider more professional aspects of myself. So if we was to go, where's my channel gone? I'm not going to go too deep into this. I'm not even going into it. My main profile is more to do with deeper issues with life, really. And it goes quite deep there. I've got books. I've wrote for six books. I'm on my 7th book. So like I say, I'm taking time away from that to do about 2 months of content, which is why it's rapid. I've been creating content here for about 8-9 days, and I've done, I think it's 30 odd videos at this point, where we got 34. So I'm just pumping them out, but I'm enjoying creating them. That's the thing. So it's a passion. I don't have all the time in the world to do it. There will still be, again, it's for me to archive. So I'm going to enjoy watching the videos back, and I already am. So let's get on to the multiplayer aspect. Let's start with one that's quite divisive. A lot of people don't like it. They think it's for children. And that is Fortnite. I absolutely love Fortnite. If you're going to ask me which one I play the most, it'd be Fortnite. And it's mainly because I can play that on the sofa with a PlayStation, because it's free to play. And free to play gives you another aspect. When games are free to play, not only have you not had to invest in them to own to play it, you don't have to, if you play on a console, for instance, you don't need online subscriptions to use the service. It's literally free. You don't need their online capabilities. It just allows you to play it. And that's an added perk. So I can play that comfortably on my game console, but I can also play it on my PC. Hence why I play it a lot. Now, it depends on the season. The seasons do change with this. It's not always the same. So there might be a season you absolutely love. You throw yourself into it. It gets addicting. Then they change it up, which they often do. New guns, new styles, new maps, whole events change. And I don't always like it. So there's usually a month of me playing intensely, and then there's maybe a month or 2 of me just completely leaving it for a bit, and then I'll return later on and I'll play it a lot again. Then you find the niche, find what you enjoy. Now, of course, I'm older, and people think, how can an older person be playing that? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to let it play a little bit now. Maybe you see you see me win here because I just stopped it at that point. Not because I'm trying to buy. I just want to show how dynamic it is. I've tried to turn the volume down. Hopefully, it's that low. I think maybe you can't even hear it. But the point with that, I like how strategic it is. But I started playing Fortnite with my daughter. That's how it started. I didn't even want to play Fortnite before she wanted to play it. I was like, oh, really? We've got to play that? I didn't really want to play it. And she'd never won before. She was only little at the time, but I can't remember, about 7 or something. And she'd never won. And then I joined in with her, and we won straight away. And it's like, well, okay, this ain't so bad. And we played so long, so many matches. She's got older now, but she's not really interested so much at the moment. But I still continue to enjoy it. So not because I win, it's because I just enjoy it. I think for me personally, it's the most balanced of them all. Everybody starts with the same loadout. You start with nothing. Everything's cosmetic. So we'll start with the same map, the same opportunities, and that's what I like. It's very fair. Now, it's up to you how you play it. I'm quite strategic. If you drop where 20 people are dropping together, that's going to be all hell breaking loose. One survives out of 20. It's like, what are the odds? You know, it's not very positive. Someone starts with an automatic shotgun. All of a sudden, you're at a disadvantage. Someone's got a higher powered weapon in terms of rating. These are not wise starts. Of course, you can if you want to make it challenging. I usually start towards the edge of the map, or I kind of watch people dropping as I drop, and I'll change my decisions of where I'm going to go. And I'm very tactical. So it's not a game where you can play it to get 10 kills, 20 kills. And sometimes I do get a decent amount of kills. But Fortnite's about winning. The whole point is to get the victory royale at the end. So you could just have the final kill at the end, and that's the win. I'm happy with that, you know? So everybody has their own way to get to the finale, if you like. But there's 90-odd players most of the time. The Simpsons season's changed that. But overall, there's about 100 players, and only one player can win. So you can't get bent out of shape when someone wins. And it's nice to feel nice to know you won, you know? But I enjoy it for the fact that it is incredibly balanced. And I find it relaxing. Of all the multiplayer games I have, it's relaxing. Sometimes it's intense, but for the most part, I'm just wandering around, doing my own thing, collecting guns, collecting resources, preparing for an inevitable battle that can happen at any moment, literally. But yeah, I think it's incredibly fair. There you go, I got the win. A nice one. One thing I would say is turn on the visual. It's like an audio visual impairment. I can't remember what it's called. It's a setting. I played it a long time without that, and I'm still winning. And then I started to see people playing online, and I noticed they had these footsteps on the screen, and I thought, that's not fair. And I realised it was more common than I initially thought. So then I thought, well, that's not fair. I'm not trying to get one up on someone, but if most of the community is using it, I'm not going to be at a disadvantage. So I turn it on now. And it helps, because if you can't hear something, you can see the footsteps, you know the direction they're coming. I know when something's about to go mental or where I can move. Again, I would rather no one had the ability and we could play without it, but I'm not going to sort of walk around being deaf or whatever, where someone else has literally got every visual cue to tell them there's something going on, you know? So that does help. So I would say enable that. But don't take it so serious. Like some matches I'll die immediately, and it's frustrating because you're like, oh, I've got to go through the whole process again. But it's like, okay. Or maybe I've got my favourite gun, or a really good gun, and it's like I got killed. Again, there's a good chance you're going to die because there's literally only one winner. It's not a team, unless you're playing teams. I play solo, but and there's a lot more to Fortnite than I'm going to cover here. There's literally, I like playing the music one, so there's elements to the game. The music one is like Guitar Hero, so you've got the music and you just play to that. There's another racing one, but we're not going to cover that right now. Fortnite for me is, I like it. So then people might think, well, oh, you only play Fortnite because you're no good at the other ones. Again, I'm competitive in everything I play. I wouldn't consider myself the best. I would never say that. I don't play them enough. The fact that I win in Fortnite is always nice because I don't play it all the time. I said that. I play for like a month quite hard, and then there'd be 2 or 3 months where I don't touch it at all. Then I come back and I'm still doing well, and it's like, oh, great. And again, I think it's easy to just jump into and adjust to. Black Ops 6, I love Black Ops, Call of Duty. Only certain ones, I mean, I would say only certain ones. Even when I go back to some of the other ones, I still have a good time. It's just there's a lot of hacking that happens, isn't there? I mean, I went back, I don't know if it's Vanguard and that, but some of them I went back and I just thought, oh, it's ruined. There was what one was it? I don't know if it was Cold War as well. I don't know. It was frustrating. But I've had such a blast with Black Ops 6. Like, I'm having so fun. This is the difference. What I say. This is why I like it though. If I'm feeling a bit tired or a bit like I'm not in the mood, then I'm not going to play Call of Duty. It's too fast. Call of Duty, you've got to be switched on like a crazy person. Like you're going to see in a minute. I've got my settings really, really sensitive because you've got to compete. My refresh rate of my screen's fast, so everything's manic, and I love manic. But if you're tired, it's not going to be the game for you because then you can go and play something like a Fortnite and you can chill out. You can start on the edge of the map and work your way in, and it's just, yeah, it gets intense at the end, but that's the fun. This is intense the whole way through, so just check this out. I haven't prepared this one though, so I'm not even sure where we're starting. But like, look how fast we're snapping them. Look how fast we're turning the freaking thing. Oh, I died. But I like. I just get on with it. You know, just get back into the fight. Start with a grenade, throw as fast as you can, shoot into the freaking abyss because you can't see shit. And I get some good kills. I don't know if it's in this one so much, but it's for a 3-hour session. It's going to be hard to pick out a moment. But I started using the sniper, and the sniper was so beautiful. Wait a minute. If we get got that one there. But you slide around, you're having fun. It's completely different to Fortnite. Of course it is. Look at it. But it's the madness that I actually gravitate to. I think it's so fun. So you get angles. You can still be tactical when you want to be, but you can never stay still. You never feel safe staying still. This is a constant, this map, by the way. So it's like 3 hours of me just playing Boo Town. It's literally the Halloween version of Nuketown. But it's intense. But as you can see, it's really snappy. There's different game modes, of course, within it. And you got these costumes, which I'm going to cover later. But I love it. And see, some people think if you play Call of Duty, you can't play the other games. Why can't I play the other games? They're totally different. Call of Duty is fast-paced, intense nuttiness, which is I'm all for. I love the maps as well. The maps are all close quarters. They're all fun. It's like, oh my god, the loadouts are great. I just think it's incredible. Like for me, it's the best Call of Duty there's been, and I've played all of them. Yeah, I love Black Ops 6. Battlefield 6, I've played all the Battlefields, not all of them, because it was Bad Company 2, so I was never there for the very original Battlefield. But Battlefield 3 and 4 are my favourites. I'm nostalgic to 3, so I always think that's my favourite. But then when I realised the Battlefield 4 had the naval packs, we had packs you had to buy, and those matches with the naval, where you had the helicopters going around, obviously you've got the fighter jets, you've got ships. This was fun, man. I absolutely loved. I don't know if we had ships actually. Did we have ships? We had the boats. I know we had the little boats. We had little well, I don't know what we call them, mini speedboats and things which flying around with, and jet skis and shit. That was fun. That was Battlefield 4. But unfortunately, I can't get the anti-cheat working anymore. I don't know. It seems to be a problem. It's just anyway. So now we're on Battlefield 6. It released last month. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not great at it, and I've decided that what I'm doing now, because it can get overwhelming, Battlefield. I'm just going to pick an engine. I'm going to be engineer for now, and that's what I'm going to do for a while. I'm going to try and get the best I can at being an engineer. Then I'll jump around. I still like being the medic, and I still like the sniper. But I find in Battlefield 6 with the sniper, I think it's the gun. It's really hard for me. Like depending where you obviously get a headshot, you get a headshot. But if you don't, you constantly pepper them. You've got to hit them like twice, and it's not always easy to get 2 shots. And there's no bullet drop now. I don't know why they changed it. It used to be you had to consider how far away they are. You had to aim above their head at a certain thing. And it was like perfect. You knew it took skill. And I was struggling. And then I started looking online. And it turned out there's no bullet drop. So there's me aiming above their head. But you have to actually aim for them now. So it's more arcade. But you accept that, okay. But anyway, this is me as an engineer. And this is the thing about Battlefield that it annoys me with other players sometimes. Battlefield isn't about you being a hero. You're not supposed to be Rambo. There are elements to it, but this is not Call of Duty. This isn't us running around at 100 miles an hour, sliding around the floor. This is literally supposed to be war. So you work together, and it's a team. So you can still go about solo in a sense, but you're doing it for a cause. So, for instance, as an engineer, I'm going to put the mines down where I think strategically it's going to be good to stop vehicles getting through, and we'll just disable them and blow them up. I've got the rocket launcher to suppress enemies and blow up tanks and stuff like that. So yeah, and anyway, so you're working together for a common goal. And if this is the worst part of Battlefield at the moment, is people don't work together. So if I get shot and taken down, someone can revive me. They can come and do, even if they're not a medic, they can still help you. They can drag you out of there and help. And I do that where I can. People just don't seem to think like that. They're just at the moment, I think it's Call of Duty players have come over to Battlefield, and they're just trying to get the most kills. Most kills doesn't win you the match. It's getting to the capture points. It's literally holding the zones. It's literally doing whatever you're supposed, like the actual mission. And that's what wins. So I don't understand why they're trying to get to the top of the kill streak. Like, I don't end up anywhere near the top 10. I'm usually about 20 out of 32, something like that, and it's sometimes even worse. And it's like, fair enough, because I recognise I'm just a part of the team that's trying to accomplish something. A lot of time, the higher kills are the people in tanks, the people in the aircrafts, you know. So trying to compete with them is just pointless. And you're going to die. So it's like, just get used to it. But I think get better at it. So again, I'm not here to say I'm not the best at this, but I'm getting better and better. And it's more like, just think strategic. That's all it is. So Call of Duty's fast. Fortnite's relaxing. It's more like Hunger Games, if you like, really. But this is war. This is war. So you can have the vehicles, you can have your different loadouts, you can have the different weapons, you can have the different classes and stuff. So you can be a medic if you want to be a medic, you can be a sniper, you can be assault class where you got a ladder and all sorts of shit. Again, just pick the class that matches you, and I think just fine tune it. But again, try and stay within hidden spaces rather than out in the open all the time. And that's something I've had to temper myself. So it's like, hide behind this corner. This was a good point, actually, a choke point. Like, so I've got them where they're coming through and they're hiding behind this car or whatever, the destroyed thing. And I'm hiding behind a container to give me some protection. Stay as low as I can to make it hard for them to sort of like pinpoint me. In the end, they got me with a grenade. But you know, if you take it in a tactical way, you're going to do better than if you just go gung ho. But for me, it's all about working towards a goal. And you can lose hours to this. It's just mad. That's just, this one's more of a close quarters match. The other one is you can have some bigger, expansive ones where you've got more tanks. You've got plenty of tanks on the battlefield, and it's insane. It's insane. But again, if people don't work together, it gets frustrating because you're down. You've got people walking past you, and you're just thinking, what the hell? What sort of team is this? Like, that doesn't make sense to me at all. I understand if you're getting fired at, you haven't got the time. You can't really take that risk. I've had many times where I go to sort of help someone and I get shot by a tank, and it's like, shit, I didn't hit. So I'm dying unnecessarily because I'm trying to help someone. But I just think it's still what we should be doing. Anyway, that's the biggest gripe with me, and I think for a lot of players, is the fact that even just as a medic, like, people are not helping people revive, and we're losing. What's stupid with that is, let's say you're alone, you've got 5 people on you, like there's people around the corner, you know there's a fight happening, and you're trying to shoot them on your own, and you've got a down teammate to the side. He's out of cover, like he's in cover, so you're not. If you just help that person recover, now you've got 2 against the other people. Like, you're helping yourself by helping them. It's just logic. But anyway, this is what I'm trying to show, though. Different games. There's a lot of people now playing Battlefield, and all I see in like things. I like looking at discussion boards on Steam sometimes just to see the latest things going on with the game. And you always see it. People saying, "Oh, Call of Duty's dead now." It's like, what are you talking about? Call of Duty's fun as shit. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, I'm having just as much fun with Call of Duty as I am Battlefield. Just totally different games. But you get fanboyism, where if you play one, you can't be playing the other. So the idea that you could be running around as a soldier in this and operating tanks, because I was operating a tank at one point. Yeah, I'm up here helping this guy out. There was a guy I just saved here. I think he got downed. I think it was here. Wait a minute. I know he got hurt. Oh, I got hurt as well. Oh, anyway. I think the idea then that you can be in a massive scale war here, but then you can also be playing things like Fortnite, that would baffle some people, wouldn't it? Like, how could you go from that to that? I'm here to have fun. There are different elements of fun. I'm chill, mate. I don't want to be in a war constantly, and I don't want to be frantically running around like a nutcase, although I have my moments. And sometimes I just want to relax in Fortnite, and Fortnite just bridges the gap for me. It's like I'm more of a solo player in general anyway, so I find this quite easy to just get along with and have fun. But I like all the elements, and I've been playing these types of games for my whole life, you know, so it's second nature to me. The other one is Overwatch. I don't play that so much now. Back in the day, when the first Overwatch came out, I was playing it like crazy. I absolutely loved Overwatch. They made some changes to the second one with the loadouts and the way the characters are, and I didn't like so much. For instance, they've only got 1 tank now rather than 2. I prefer it when they just said 2 of each. 2, you know. Anyway, I don't want to go too deep into all that. It is manic, and I would still play it. I don't know how much I'm going to play it because of the other games. The other games now are more of my priority. But this is still, it still has its fun. It just feels slower now. Overwatch is a bit more fantasy, if you like. So everyone has some everyone has some sort of like crazy power ups. They got crazy defense mechanisms. It's just, and it's always from a capture point. It started off really. A lot of games are copies of others, aren't they? But they literally copied Team Fortress 2. I loved Team Fortress 2 in my younger years. I was playing it like crazy. That was so fun. Effectively, it's have a payload. So you have an object that moves along a route, and the more you're surrounding it, the more it moves. And then you want to get it to its capture point. There are other elements to it, but ultimately that's what it is. So it ends up this massive situation where there's always constant chaos around the choke points, if you like. And Overwatch then come in, add this fantasy element to it, and it become bigger, and people just moved away from Team Fortress 2. I now find Team Fortress 2 just too slow, so I can't go back to it. I struggle with it now. But again, just like Battlefield, where people are not helping people when it comes to healing and stuff, and they're just trying to get the kill count up. It's just, this is stupid. It's just, that's not really the aim of the game. The aim of the game is to get to whatever the capture points are, you know. Yeah, I'm trying to think where I was going with that. But anyway, yeah, people don't seem to work together too much sometimes. So I'll find myself in Overwatch trying to get a capture point. Everybody else is messing about down an alleyway, you know. It's just crazy. So sometimes it's just a lack of teamwork sometimes. So I don't think people really understand the rules of the games to understand how you're going to win if you're going to play it like that. But yeah, so Overwatch is more of a team game rather than solos. It's trying to figure out the weakness of the team really and find ways to. It's again, everything's tactical if you play it. If you figure that out, try and catch people off guard. So yeah, these are all shooter games. Now there are other ones. You've got Counter-Strike. I enjoyed Counter-Strike Go when that released years ago. I've looked for it. It's not there. Counter-Strike 2 is. I've heard there's cheaters on Counter-Strike 2, but also it's full of fanatics. People have played it for years and years and years, and all they play. I don't see the point of going back to that. to be honest, it looks dated, and I'm not a fanatic of any of these games. I play them because I enjoy them, but I don't exclusively play them. So you can't expect me to be the best at Overwatch 2. Although if you watch my videos, you realise that I was the top player in most games, and I held my own, obviously, from one of the top players, and we're getting wins. Of course, you can still get defeats. Happens. Call of Duty, I end up usually round near the top, but not always. And Fortnite, I have a habit of coming in the top 5 most matches, top 10 definitely for the most part, and usually I'd say one in 4 matches or so I'll probably win. You know, something like 1 in 3. I don't know. I win quite often. So by playing all different games doesn't mean I'm rubbish. But again, I play unranked on Fortnite. I can't be bothered with the ranked because I just think it's fun. Effectively, you get to pick off the fodder, but then you might have someone higher ranked against you later, or you might have some. There's no way of knowing. Just put that out there. This is a different side note now. This is Rocket League. Rocket League's completely different to the others. The others are called shooting games. Rocket League's sports with cars. So you're trying to get that ball in that net, and it's hectic as hell. They're radio control cars, effectively, but you're just operating these cars, and I think it's fun. I don't play it all the time. I go in and out of it, so I might play it for a few weeks, a month, and then I might leave it for maybe 5 months, and I'll come back and play it again. But every time I come back and play it, I enjoy it. But when you see my channel, you're going to realise that I play a lot of games. You know, so it's impossible. If I say I've left something for 5 months, it doesn't make it a rubbish game. It's literally, there's so much to play. I like strategy games. I like open world action games. You know, action RPG dungeon crawlers. I like my online multiplayer games. I like freaking some of the horror games. Last of Us is my absolute favourite franchise. So I like a lot of the PlayStation exclusives. They've crossed over to PC. I like playing them. I like VR. You know, I'm a gamer. I like games. And that's really what it comes down to. And that's what I just want to show people. Like, don't worry about what the noise around the gaming community is, because there'll always be someone acting like they know everything. You know, so let's say someone plays one game. This is what's annoying. Like I could do a video showcasing sort of like Diablo 4. And I'm just showing Diablo 4 to try to help people just see this is a good game. And there might be someone that only plays Diablo 4 and then picks apart some of the things you play and some of the things you've done. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, that makes sense. I don't give a shit. Like, I play to have fun. This isn't my life. That one game is not my life. And I think that's the thing. If you're always going to get people who play one game and act like they're the messiah of that game, you know. And it's like, some of us have diverse interests. It's like, that's okay. You be brilliant at it and just and hate on everything else, while the rest of us just enjoy games. That's kind of where I'm at. Anyway, so let's have a little look at Rocket League. Rocket League's manic, and again, most like any online game, for the majority of the time, it's going to be working as teams. And it gets frustrating when people don't. So if everyone just ball chases, for instance, you're never going to score. You're never going to win because there's no tactics. If you see someone's about to hit the ball to the side or something, then go towards the middle, because you just anticipation. Oh, the ball's going to end up there. I'll shoot here. Or if you think someone's in a position about to shoot, then maybe take up a different position, defend. You know, but it's about, if you work thinking like that, you're far more successful. If you just chase a ball like a dog, yeah, you'll get frustrated fast because you're not playing to the strengths of the game. So like I'm over here, there should be someone in the middle ready just in case I hit it in the middle. Now I've hit it in the middle. Let's see. Oh, they didn't get it, but they were there. And that's what it's about. Like work to just figure it out and make it and then adjust. But anyway, let's see if we. I don't know. All right, let's go back and forward at the minute. But Rocket League can be incredibly fun. So that takes us on to the next stage of this video. We've covered maybe 5 games, and then we've got battle passes. Now, some people absolutely hate battle passes. Some people enjoy them. People in the middle. I've never liked them before. I've always felt like the games are expensive enough for the most part, or it's just I get fed up with the novelty. There's getting to a point now though where, although I have all these other games I enjoy playing, I've noticed that I'm enjoying my online ones a little bit more at times, and by having a battle pass active, it gives me an incentive to keep playing, which is nice, and it gives me a feeling of progression, and I actually like that. And then I look at the price, and it's not that dear. It depends on what packages you get. There are other ones where you can get unlocked tiers faster if you want to spend more, but I think that goes down a dangerous route of overspend. But personally, I don't think it's a lot of money for really just the enjoyment you get from unlocking things, really. So we'll cover some of these. I'm not going to go too deep with the battle passes. So if we look at Call of Duty, for instance, we've got Call of Duty has battle passes. It also has a store. A lot of them have that. So you can get caught up with buying loads of stuff. With Call of Duty per se, I don't think there's really need to go too mental with cosmetics because you can't see the cosmetic unless you die or you get the best kill. For the most part, you're just the gun. So the gun is what you want, isn't it? Rather than the character. Although it's nice to have a novelty character, but I don't think you need loads of them. There was the Chucky one, which it was cheap enough, so I jumped on that and unlocked it. It was part of a challenge, so it was cheaper, but you had to play it and then unlock it through XP, which I managed to do. That was fun. And then I did get the battle pass because some of the guns were fun. I'm just shooting normal, and all of a sudden, some of these guns were shooting like red. Like it just made it a bit interesting. The impact the red had. It wasn't like crazy. Some of them got like this paintball effect. Now some people might not like that. Some people do. For me, it just mixes it up. So in a Battlefield, no, I wouldn't want that. It's a war game. In Call of Duty, it's an arcade shooter. It's like it's manic. I like it. I miss the Unreal tournaments. If anyone was there back in the day, Unreal tournament and things like that. So it harks back to that a little bit to me. So I bought the Battle Pass. I actually bought the dearest set for Battle because I was playing Call of Duty that much in this period. I thought I'm just going to buy the Ultimate Edition, pretty much this black cell. It cost £20 or £21. It gave you the Battle Pass which still has a month left, which I thought was good. The black cell gives you extra features that on top of the bad. So if you unlock a certain thing on the Battle Pass, for instance, some of them have an extra unlock on the same tier, and it's just a variant. So that maybe the skin looks better. And it's like, oh, that looks cool. It's reactive and it does things. But also it came with 1,100 coins, which allowed me to get the Chucky. So for £21, I've got Chucky, I've got the Battle Pass, and I've got these black cell improvements. So I've got like the Predator and things. And then you can rotate the loadouts, and you can do that on Fortnite. I didn't know you could do that. So when I've got a costume on Fortnite, I can then rotate it, so like randomize it. So every time I play a match, I don't know what costume's going to be there. And I've got cool ones. I've got like Wednesday Addams. I've got the Ghost face, the face from the Scream series. I've got Marge Simpson. I've got all sorts. But it's fun with Fortnite because that's the character I'm seeing. So it makes sense. It just makes it interesting. Don't need them. I like them. So like I say, I bought this one. I wouldn't suggest buying it every month. I just wanted a different gun base, but different to the basic guns. I don't know if I played it here. You might see it. Oh, wait, let me see if we can get the gun up. Because this is the gun I got. It's here, look, it's a different shape. But when you shoot, it's red. Let me see if we can get some shots off. It's not just normal bullets anymore. It's like this cool little effect. See that? It's not massive, but it's enough just to make it a bit different. And I like it. I like the loadout of the gun. I like the look of the gun. And it's made it more interesting to me playing it. So is it worth it to me? Yeah. Yeah, see the red bits. I like it. It's a red tracer light thing that goes with it. So for me, yeah, I paid the money for that. I'm not going to buy it every month. I've got the gun I want now. I probably won't buy any more. In all honesty, I don't need to. Plus, the problem with Call of Duty is they keep releasing new ones. Like I get fed up with it. Why can't they create one great Call of Duty game and then just make maps for it and make content for it and allow that to live for a few years? They keep changing it every year and it does my head in because I really like Black Ops 6. I played the beta for the Black Ops 7. I actually really enjoyed it. But they released them too expensive. I'm not paying £70 for a game. On PC, it's £69.99. Call of Duty was £59.99. I mean, Battlefield 6 was £59.99. I think £59.99 is the very top end for pricing on PC. I'm not paying the extra 10. I don't care. It's especially when I'm enjoying this one. So that if they wonder why people ain't buying it, some won't like it, but others are just fed up with the cost of it. I'm enjoying this one. I don't need another Call of Duty right now, and that's their own fault. Keep releasing them. Anyway, so I logged into Battlefield 6 yesterday. I'd been put off a little while. The reason I haven't created content for a while for Battlefield 6, I did it yesterday. The reason I hadn't before was because I had these battle passes for Fortnite and Call of Duty. It's just silly. If I don't finish them, it's a waste of money to a degree. And I was like, I can play Battlefield again in December. It's fine. Especially with Fortnite. There's Fortnite at the moment. If you get to the end of Battle Pass, it's actually a really short window because it's a short month. It's literally a Simpsons special. It's only on for a month, so there's only seven pages to unlock, and then there's some bonus ones. But the 7th page is Homer, and I really want. So by the end of November, I need to have finished it to get Homer. Otherwise, I miss out on Homer, even though I had the pass. So I really just want to get Homer. I enjoy playing the game anyway, but yeah, that's the incentive for me to do. So I've come over to Call of Duty and realised we're on season 1 now. So I was playing it before the season started, so it's before all that. And then I've realised I've got a battle pass, and I was toying with whether to get it. I did get it in the end. It cost £8.99 because you have to buy the coins. So 1,100 coins is £8.99. And I thought, to be honest, it lasts for 60 odd days, which is 2 months. And I thought, okay, so for 1 month's battle pass, it's £4.50 effectively because it's 2 months. So £4.50, £4.50, we're at 9 ish. Yeah, 9. So that's how I worked it out. And I just thought, what's £4.50? Like, if I'm going to play Battlefield a lot over the month and I'm going to unlock new stuff, it's only cost me £4.50 that month. Like, come on, I'm playing it anyway. What difference does it make? And that's actually how I rationalised it in the end to myself. And you do get an XP. You don't get a massive XP boost, but you get a little bit, so it helps level up. So even if someone doesn't buy the battle pass, there are free perks in there. Not a lot, but there's some, and you're not going to get the boost. It's going to take you longer just to get to the cheap one, the free one. There is another tier that's £21. You do get extra coins, I think, and some other shit. But it mainly come with the tier unlocks. But I just thought I'm not paying it. It was £21. So you're going from 9 to 21. There are a couple of extra bonus stuffs and things, but I just thought, where do you draw a line? If it's £21 now, and in 2 months' time ish, just about 2 months' time, we get a new season, and then you do the same thing. That's going to be a lot over the time. But I think £9 every 2 months isn't the end of the world. And I don't think you're going to need to do it every time. You just look and think, what's included in the battle pass? Do I need it? But for me, it's just making the current game a bit more interesting. And then once I've got that loadout, I probably won't do the battle passes. I'm not someone that would do it every season. It mixes it up for me. So I just thought, pay £9 for that. I went the extra mile with Call of Duty because it had Chucky. That's effectively what it is. It started off with me thinking, if I pay for Chucky, it's probably cost me about £9-10, whatever, just to unlock the thing, just like Battlefield. But then they also had the battle pass, and I just thought, oh, there's guns and things, there's loadouts that I want in that, and there's some other costumes that I could rotate. So I just thought, as a one-off, just pay it. It's fun. And I got Call of Duty on sale for £38 a month or so ago. So I was like, I've already saved money anyway, so just getting the battle pass. Okay, overall, maybe it's the price of a full game then. Yeah, okay. Rocket League. Now, Rocket League comes with, I don't know why I haven't got, where's that gone then? Okay, we've lost it for now. I don't know why I haven't got a Fortnite one, but the Fortnite one is for me, Fortnite Battle Pass is the best pass because you're running around as the character. And I just think it's great. And you can unlock enough points. I think all of them do that, where you can, once you buy the Battle Pass, the passes, if you can finish it and you don't spend the coins, you've got enough coins in that to then buy the next Battle Pass. And effectively, you never have to buy another battle pass again if you don't waste it on the store. So you pay it once, and maybe you get all the battle passes if you can finish it. It's just an incentive to keep playing, really. Now, I did the Fortnite crew. So you can pay just to have the season, and it lasts usually 2 months, and then you can buy another season later, blah, blah, blah. With Fortnite crew, it costs £10 a month. I don't keep renewing it. I'm quite strategic. So, for instance, I did it just before the current season. One of the seasons, I can't remember where I did it. And then all of a sudden, the Simpsons one came out. And because I'm still in that month period, I got The Simpsons unlocked. And later in this month, maybe in a week or 10 days, I can't remember, it's due for renewal. It's £10. I'll probably cancel it because I've already got the Simpsons one. I've got the previous Battle Pass, and I've also because of that, you actually unlock the Rocket League pass. So when you open Rocket League, you get that pass. You can unlock stuff in Rocket League. That's a lot for £10. 2 games, different battle passes, and the cars you unlock in Rocket League actually work in. Not all of them, it will say it, but most of them work in Fortnite. So when you jump in a car on Fortnite, it will transform into the car that you had on Fortnite. That you still have to choose it in Fortnite. You have to go through your loadout and stuff. But effectively, you can customize it to the cars you have on Rocket League. And I'm like, whoa, that's cool. That's a cool transition between the two games. So if you like both games, you play both games, you buy the crew on Fortnite, you can have access to both. You only have to do 1 month because once you've activated the pass, you've got it. So even if the pass lasts 2 months, you've activated it. 1 month for a tenner gives you passes on both. You just cancel it and you can continue your passes and then just reactivate it another time. So you only have to do it every 3 months or so if you really care. But yeah, anyway, I put a lot of hours into Fortnite overall. So for me, it's fun to unlock them anyway. And I've got so many outfits now. It's pretty fun. But again, you don't need these. These are just, and this is why I never understand people get bent out of shape. You don't have to have them. A lot of time, this is cosmetic stuff. If you want your game to be more interesting, you can pay. If you don't want your game to be more interesting and you're happy with the basic, which is more than fine, then just keep with the status quo. You know, it's just what it is with me. I look at games now, and I've got so many, and you only have so many hours to play something. So if I'm going to sit here and play something, for instance, and I think, oh, I'm not buying the cosmetics on that, I'm going to go and buy this game because the more games I have, the better. Well, how long have I got to play that game? Because I'm probably going to go and play the game where I could have bought a cosmetic for, but made it a bit more interesting. I didn't want to do that because it seems a waste, and I get it. So I buy a different game, but ultimately I'm still going to play the game that had the cosmetics in because I only have so much time to play a game. If I'm playing something now, what do I want to play? Oh, so maybe you buy a game and you only play it for maybe a few hours, and then it goes off, and you don't play it a lot anymore. And that's kind of where I'm at now. Like I just want to buy things I'm definitely going to play. So I do have a set now of my favorite. Like, I'm still figuring out my absolute favorite strategy games, but I've got like 5 in mind that are going to be the ones I go to a lot. I've then got my dungeon crawlers like Diablo 4. I recently got Path of Exile 2. Haven't even launched it yet. I'm looking forward to doing a video on that one because that's going to be interesting. But these are different avenues, you know. I've got my simulator games. I love my flight simulator. I love my truck driving simulators. I like all those sort of games. So I have just a lot of different things. So if I'm going to buy, for instance, another strategy game, I need to figure out how that's going to fit into the current strategy games. I don't need to own all of them. If I'm playing one, what do I feel like playing, you know? And that's really where it comes to. So I don't mind spending a little bit in the games now because I'd rather spend the time in the games I'm enjoying. That's really what it is. But I don't feel a need to. I don't feel a need to always have the battle passes. It's just that because now that I've got the Call of Duty one, I like this gun. Look, let me see if it starts shooting. It only adds a subtle red thing to it, but it makes it fun to me. And I like the style, the aesthetics. I don't know. I like it personally, so I'm happy. But anyway, hopefully this has helped some people because, like I say, there is an immense snobbery within the video game community, and I expect heated message reactions in comments because that's what people are like. People on my other channel, I don't allow comments because I don't think people personally can be mature enough to handle the comment sections. I think people are too reactive, and that's what's been happening on YouTube for far too long. People just jump to comment for no reason at all, just to be difficult, you know. And it's like, again, you've got fanboyism, and it puts people off games, doesn't it? But I think if you play games for the right reason, you enjoy playing them, you don't have to spend any extra. You could play Fortnite for absolute free. Doesn't cost you a penny. You don't have to buy the costumes. You can just run around as the base character. It might seem boring later when you see other people running around as things. That's a choice. You know, it doesn't cost you anything. Rocket League's also free. It doesn't cost anything. You can just log in, make an account, whatever you got to do, and it's free. The other ones, yeah, I mean, look, you could easily play Call of Duty, never spend a penny. I've only just recently bought a Battle Pass. You don't need to. And it's the same with Battlefield. Literally, you just got the gun anyway. Like, who cares? It's just because I'm playing it, I'm thinking I'm going to add a little layer to this now. Overwatch, I can't even be bothered with that. I'm not even interested in getting cosmetics for Overwatch. I'm more than comfortable with whatever I unlock naturally, which I already have over time and previously. So I don't care. I'm never going to buy a battle pass for that. That's personal choice for me. Rocket League, I don't need to. I recently actually bought this car. That'll blow some people's mind. This car cost me 15 quid. I literally, so I had the pass for free through the other thing, and then I saw this on the store, and it was 15 quid, but it's limited time only. And I thought, oh my god, that car looks awesome. I don't know if we can see it at the beginning of my video. Wait a minute. Oh, it's not there. I think we jumped straight into a game or something. There. Oh, we're never going to catch it. One of the videos, it'll have it at the beginning. It might have it at the battle pass. There you go. Wait a minute. As I might have bought it in the middle of the battle pass. I think I did. This is it. I love the look of this car. I was like, oh shit, I need that. It's £14.55, and I went and bought it. I had to buy it. Here it is. It was too good. So then I owned it. But you know, it was a one-off purchase. I know it's a lot of money, but it's like I'm going to play Rocket League off and on for years. Like I'll play it now, and I might leave it for a bit, and I'll come back, but I'll always come back to it. And when I do, I'll always have that car. So now I don't even care about unlocking anything else because I just want that car all the time, permanently. So again, look, I could have bought another game. I've got freaking thousands. I've got loads of games. It's ridiculous how many games I have throughout my lifetime, you know, because I'm predominantly been a PC gamer. I do enjoy my consoles. I've got PS5. I've had Xbox Series X. I've had all the consoles in the past. I've got a Switch too. But PC is my favorite. And that's literally where the majority of my investment's gone. So I have so many games. So the idea that you don't get that and you go and buy a different game is that I've probably already got the game you're thinking of, to be totally honest. I've probably already got it. There's not much I'm missing. You know, there are obviously gaps, but not much. So I think the majority of the games, if someone was to mention it, I'll probably be like, yeah, I've got that. Yeah, I've got that. Yeah, I've got that. I like games. So there you go. I'm going to touch on other topics later. This video is mainly about online multiplayer. I will touch on some of the other genres as well. But hopefully it's been interesting enough to people to really open their eyes to, I think, the fun you can have from video games.